What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards Everywhere here, bring you another weekly league deck profile. Today I built a deck around the new Auto-Tune card. I think it has a lot of potential. It's a very similar card to World Turtle or Eris. So I'd like to see if I can make a deck work with it. I might need a different week with different energy to do so, but this is what I've gone with this week. So I'll give you a quick rundown of the deck and we'll jump into a game. So first up is Auto-Tune. On the draw, if you are tied on the round, gain 20 power this turn. On the play, if your deck has exactly 3 cards from any album, those cards, wherever they are, gain 14 power until played. Next I've gone with the WETSUIT 3 card combo. On the draw, your Ice Fish and Blood Circulation cards, wherever they are, gain 68 power until played. Next is Blood Circulation. On the return, if you lost a turn, this card gains 15 power permanently. Next up is Ice Fish. On the draw, your cards, wherever they are, gain 7 power for 2 turns. And your opponent's cards in hand lose 7 power for 2 turns. And then repeat this if your deck contains Blood Circulation, which it does. Next I've gone with the Mythic, the Flying Dutchman. On the play, if you are losing the round, your cards in hand gain 48 power this turn. And if you are winning the round, your Plundering Pirates cards, wherever they are, gain 36 power for 2 turns. Next I've gone with BOBBIT Worm. On the return, all cards, wherever they are with 50 or more base power, lose 25 power until played. Next is the Tarot Trio. On the play, if played in the left slot, your cards in hand gain 25 power until played. And if played in the right slot, your opponent's cards in hand lose 25 power until played. And that is the Ace of Swords. Next is the Fool. On the draw, your tarot cards, wherever they are, gain 16 power permanently. And the last of the tarot is the Hierophant. On the play, if your deck has exactly 3 tarot cards, give them, wherever they are, 27 power permanently. Next is the Human Evolution 3 cards. First is Peking Man. On the draw, if it's after round 2, a random card in your hand gains 28 power permanently. And on the return, an opponent's random card in hand loses 28 power permanently. Next is Denny. On the draw, for every 2 Paleontology cards in both players' deck, this card gains 6 power until played. And the last of the Human Evolution is Missing Link. On the play, if your deck has 3 or fewer Human Evolution cards, your Human Evolution cards, wherever they are, gain 30 power permanently. Next is Yellow Jacket. At the start of a turn, your opponent's cards in hand lose 5 power until played. And on the play, your opponent's cards in hand lose 24 power this turn. Next up, AMUR Leopard. On the play, if you are winning the round, one of your random cards from each album, wherever they are, gain 25 power until played. Next is Clouded Leopard. On the return, gain 4 power and gain +1 energy permanently. This deck does tend to run out of energy around round 4 or 5, so we have a few cards in here to gain a little bit back. The next one would be Iron Maiden. At the start of a turn, an opponent's random card in hand loses 25 power this round, and a random card in your hand gains 15 power this round. And on the return, for every round completed this game, gain 1 energy permanently. So I do like to hold on to this card until the start of round 3. Next is the Ark of the Covenant. On the draw, a random card in your hand gains 70 power until played. It is a mythic card, but it is good for this deck as it is low cost. And the last card is Martin Luther King Jr. On the play, your cards in hand gain 20 power this turn, and if you won the turn, gain 1 energy permanently. So that's the deck, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and if you have any suggestions, do let me know. I'm sure there are better combos out there. I was playing around with a Beowulf version, but I couldn't get it to perform anyway decently. But I think this version will do for now, until I think of a few better cards. It looks like luck is on our side. So we got auto-tune first. So we do want to draw this card at the start of our round. So we'll get auto-tune, we'll get Clouded Leopard, and we'll get Blood Circulation for a 1/5/9. We give the opponent a hello. I'm not sure what he is playing, but we get our permanent boost on Blood Circulation, which is very good. So I think we'll get the Fool around. Since we are losing the turn, I think I'll take advantage of Dutchman right now and play a 3/3/6 turn. We are still slightly behind, but we do have Denny in our hand. Unfortunately, we are not winning, so AMUR Leopard will not be much use. So I think I'll give up the round and play 1/9/9. We probably could have won if we played AMUR Leopard, but I think I'll go for the long game. So that's round 1 lost, but I think we'll make a comeback here in round 2, 3, and 4. There's our WETSUIT. So I think I'll go for the win this round with Ace of Swords, Peking Man, and Martin Luther. We'll see if it was enough. Just enough to win the turn. So we will get 1 energy permanently, thanks to Martin Luther King Jr. And we will also be able to take advantage of AMUR Leopard now. So there is our Hierophant. We'll get that around first. We'll play the AMUR Leopard and the WETSUIT for a 3/8/1. And the Leopard will give a nice little boost to some of the cards in our deck. And that is enough to get a nice little lead on the opponent. And there's our Iron Maiden. So I think I'll get the Clouded Leopard, the Blood Circulation, and the Ice Fish out for a 3/28. It is a bit of overkill, but we have won the turn now. So we're going into round 3. So I'll play Iron Maiden this round, just to keep the energy flowing. And there's our auto-tune again at the optimal time. So again, we'll play it in the 3rd slot. Play Iron Maiden, and we'll play the Fool for a 2/58. It's very similar to the first round. We are losing a little bit, so I think I'll try and play the Flying Dutchman next turn. But it looks like the opponent is also running out of energy a little bit as well. There's the Ark of the Covenant. It gave itself the boost. So we'll play Ark of the Covenant, Missing Link, and the Flying Dutchman for a 4/7/1. It is not enough to get ahead, but we caught right back up. And I think with Denny and a few other good cards, we will be able to get ahead this turn. So we got the Ace of Swords and Peking Man. So we'll play our Ace of Swords, the Peking Man, and we'll also play the Denny for a 4/10 plus our Ace of Swords boost. So we're at 4/85. I apologise about the phone battery. is just running low at the moment. But there we have round 3 in the bag. And we're going into round 4 with a nice strong hand. So we'll go with the Hierophant, the Yellow Jacket, and Martin Luther for a 345. Hopefully that's enough to win the turn. Again, it is by just a little bit. And we get another +1 energy permanently. And since we are winning, we can use the AMUR Leopard to our advantage. And WETSUIT gives a lovely little boost to our blood circulation. So play AMUR Leopard, the blood circulation, and we'll play the BOBBIT Worm for a 267. I am not sure if we will win this round. The opponent is very low on energy and we still have a little bit to work with. So maybe with the combination of BOBBIT Worm and the AMUR Leopard giving our cards a little boost, we might be able to pull out the victory here. So we'll see how many cards the opponent can play. He's able to play a full hand, so I think I will hold back and just get these cards out of our hand for a 240. I think that was the wise decision. So now we'll have the energy to play with fully for the next round. And the opponent has nothing really left energy-wise, so I think we have this game. And there's our auto-tune. And a lovely boost from the Ark of the Covenant. So we play our auto-tune, the Fool, and the Missing Link for a 517. So that gives us a nice big lead here. And since we are winning, the Dutchman will not be much use now. But the Ace of Swords, the Peking Man, and the Ice Fish for another 500 turn with the boost after Ace of Swords. And I don't think it matters really what we draw next round. Unless the opponent has something amazing in hand, I think we have this game. Let's see what we draw anyway. So we got our Denny and the Hierophant. So play Hierophant, the Denny, and the Yellow Jacket for a 450. And that is more than enough to get the win. And there we have it. So I think there's plenty of work to be done still on the deck. But as it is now, it does perform fairly consistently. I did lose to a Primates deck just before this game. So it's not the best deck out there, but I think it has some potential. So if you have any suggestions, please do let me know. And my holidays are now over, so next week we'll be back to regular uploads. So look forward to that. And Cards Everywhere, out.